And hello, everybody. Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode on the PlayStation 4. I'm nicodemoscain, and we're back in here again. This is the 2019 update that they did. We kind of went through the whole process of going through the stuff in the last episode. We raced 2 races. We lost because Legend difficulty is rough. I mentioned that in the last episode, and I'm going to reiterate it here. Legend difficulty is hard. Go check that out if you don't know what the hell's going on. We're going to keep on doing this. We're going to check for another offer. This should give us the Eldora thing. And like I said in the very end of the last episode, if you race it on Legend mode, you could very easily get maybe a top 20. It's possible, because for whatever reason, Eldora, for me, even in a 3-star car, it just kind of works, But if you sim the race, it's kind of exploitive. If you sim the race, you could get the top 20 anyways. I don't know why it does that, but it does that. It's just something to keep in mind. It just really is something to keep in mind. So we're going to run the race anyways, though, like I said. Because Eldora, I don't know what it is about Eldora. It just works for me. I mean, no matter how bad the car actually is, Eldora just works. So I don't know. I don't know why it works. It just works. So anyways, let's go in here and do this. In Rossburg, Ohio. I mean, that's probably about 300, 400 miles away from me. It's a day drive. We could go to Eldora. That'd be pretty neat. Alright, we'll go through this. Custom setup is not... I don't know what it is. They say custom setup, but this is not the custom setup I had. If you don't know, I use the setups from Knee Pit Gaming. That is Knee Pit Gaming on YouTube. For whatever reason, his setup seemed to work for me. And I'm sticking to that. I used those for the NASCAR Heat 2 playthrough that I kind of did that really sucked, And I'm going to keep using them here because they continue to work. Actually, they work better in this game than they did in the other game. So I don't know what that means. You can take that as you will, I guess. So we're going to do this. It's going to take me a second to get through this. That's okay. And we're doing this, I said this in the last episode, we're doing this off the cuff. We're not, there's no frills, there's no bells and whistles on this. We're playing the game because I found out that if you just load up a game and just record it without any kind of plan, just off the cuff, I found out that the playthroughs are just more fun. They're just more fun to do this way. So this is my new way of recording, and I've really enjoyed it. It's almost like streaming, except you're not streaming because I did that streaming thing on Twitch for a second, and man, it gets old with everybody trying to tell you what to do and where to go, and there's a constant interaction, and some people can do that, and some people can't, and I'm just one of those guys that can't. It just is what it is. All right. So now the other thing we're going to do is that instead of doing a practice, because I usually do 5 practice rounds, or 5 practice laps just to be able to get the feel of the car, we are doing session qualify, which means that our qualify is our practice session. It is just an easier way to get rid of 2 birds with 1 stone. And I found that it works. It works for me, and it's actually really nice. So I will do 5 laps. if I can count the laps right, I'm going to do 5 laps. And then we'll just see how well we do here. Like I said, this counts as my practice. Just to be able to get the feel of the car. 5 laps is usually good enough for me to get the feel of the car. Because I've played through all these races. I know all these races. I know how it goes at this point. It's just muscle memory, man. You start remembering where all your spots are, you start remembering where all your where you hit your lifts and where you start turning in, and it's just something that sticks. Now, unfortunately, on like the Cup Series, this is lap 4. On the Cup Series, since they've updated almost all the tracks, almost all of my marks are gone, which sucks. I don't know where to lift anymore. I'm just kind of blindly going through it. And so this will be the last lap I do here. Let's see how well we do. I don't think we're going to get dead last. It's not going to be pretty, I can tell you that much, but it's not going to be... Yeah, 16:2:20. Let me see. That's a little bit better than the time I have on here. I'm writing down these times just so we have a marker as we go through this series to see how well we do. So 16:20, we might be dead last. Let's see. See. Qualified 22nd, so we're not the worst. We're just not the best. We're not even medium. Oh, wow. Let me go over here and check the sound levels. I don't think the sound levels are that bad. I turned the game volume way down, so I don't think I'm booming over it. I just don't want the engine levels being like the only thing that you hear, you know? Even though some people might say, well, hell, man, it's better to hear the engine than to hear you. And if it is, then hey, that's great. That's fine. You keep that. You hold on to that. Alright, we gotta start getting this monster tackled. Which means we gotta start getting down to the bottom. Now, like I said, I don't know what it is about Eldora, but no matter how bad this car is, I can still move my way up the pack. I don't, it's gotta be something to where I'm just able to take these dives into the corner better. Maybe it's just like the miracle setup of the century, I don't know. But a 3-star car should not be anywhere near these guys. That's just, I'm just saying that. I shouldn't be anywhere near these guys. And yet, here I am, you know. But we're looking for a top 20. I'm thinking we could probably get maybe a 16th. As long as these guys will stop bumping me around. Hopefully. And I did mention too that the physics in this game are just, they're ridiculous to where all it takes is one bump from these guys in the rear quarter panel. You know, all these guys have to do is just bump me in the back and I will fly off the track. I don't know why that is. I don't know why the physics of this game are like that. It's stupid. It's really, truly stupid. See, 15th. I don't know, man. Maybe I can get up to 12th here. I can do this. But like I said, I shouldn't be doing this. This in a 3-star car on Legend difficulty. These guys should be walking away from me. Just like every other track, they should be walking away from me. Yet I'm constantly advancing on them. And I don't understand that. It's very strange. And it only does it for Eldora. And I think it's either Richmond or Texas. It's one of the two that I'm able to do this there as well. I'm thinking it's Richmond. But I don't remember. It's been a second. And I'm only talking, from the perspective of having a really crappy car going into this. Like I said, I've done so many races where I've had a 100 rated car that was on my own team where I just crushed. I just crushed everybody. And you never really think of it. It's just like you just go through the motions and you just get your win payout and then you just move on to the next race. But it looks like we're going to finish in 13th place unless the game decides to rubber band the guy behind me. That's a thing too. Not only the physics, but when you're racing, no matter what position you're racing in, they will rubber band the guy behind you to pull him up past you. I don't know why they do it, but it happens all the time, and it's another one of those things. It's just like, why are you doing that to me? But there you go. And of course, I'm dead last in the standings, but you know, I mean, what do you expect? I only had 3 races. But I got 13th in that, man. That's not bad at all. I don't know if I get paid for this. I know I'm going to get paid for the, doing it for the team. I'm only going to get like $2,200. But I don't think I get the payout for winning for getting 13th place in a race. I don't think I do. Oh, we'll find out. 13th, I got 4 fans on that one. Hey now. Nice job with that top 20 finish today. We'll keep you in mind for a ride next season. So that's all I got was 2,200. All right. Message from your agent. Congratulations on successfully completing that hot seat. You made a strong impression with the team. I'll see if they're interested in hiring you next season. All right. Michelle Baker Dillon says, racing in the dirt can be tricky. Hope you're keeping your cool. Good luck. Well, thank you very much. It's one thing about these these drivers in the dirt. They all look like kids. There's one kid on here, I swear he's 12 years old. It looks like he's 12 years old. I'm like, damn. It is what it is. So let's check for a hot seat here. This is probably not going to happen. If it did, I would be surprised. Let's view the race results, and of course, she won this race. She talks to me. I think that's like the magic ticket. If you tweet me, you will win a race. That's like the magic ticket. I don't know. It is what it is. There's just something to it. Just go ahead and tweet me, and you'll win the next race. So this should be the last one we're able to do, the Mountain Dew 100. Or no, there should be no offer on this. Yeah, no offer on this. It's the next one after this. View the race results. Hugh Ackerman won that one. Good for you, buddy. Go to the next one. I think this one, and I think this is Vegas. It should be Vegas. The Pilot, Flying J, yeah. So check the offer. We'll probably get an offer here. And offer received. We could use your help driving the number 99 car at Las Vegas this Thursday. Get a top 20 finish, and we might consider working with you in the future. Okay. Let's go ahead and race that. Why not? The dirt track at Las Vegas. Right. Let me pull up my handy-dandy little list here. Scroll down to Vegas. I have all these written down. I'm old school, man. I have all these written down on Notepad on my computer in front of me. I'm old school, man. I have a shoebox of, what do you want to call it? Tips and tricks and all other kinds of stuff that I printed off of the internet. Just paper. Reams and reams and reams of paper that have all kinds of stuff on them. From NASCAR to the old WWE games to Madden to, I think there's some Final Fantasy stuff in there. I don't know which Final Fantasy. Probably 8 or 9. Probably even after that. I don't know. I printed out a lot of stuff. I just, but some of this stuff belongs in a museum. I swear, it really does. It's just ridiculous. But, yeah, I have a little notepad on my computer. I actually have a folder of all the NASCAR games I've been playing over the past year or so. From NASCAR Thunder 2002 all the way up to this game. Because I'm that guy. I went way past that, didn't I? Right there. Sheesh. I'm like too busy looking at the computer screen that I'm not watching the actual game screen. There we go. Alright, this goes up to a 23. This goes up to a 30. Alright, there's that. This is always 5 and 5. Because you always want to have positive and negative camber. I learned that a long time ago. You always want the left to be positive, and you always want the right to be negative. Because you want to be able to turn the damn car. Unless you are doing a road course, and then you want it to be flat. And actually, you don't really want it to be flat. You want it to be bowed out just a little bit. So I think it's usually like a 2.0 or 1.0 for each. I don't really remember. Put that down right there. And that is the setup for this. This is Las Vegas. Like I said, we're going to do bad. Going to go into qualifying, get our practice in.
Let's go.
I don't know. I didn't get to see what this said as far as times are concerned. It's probably going to be... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it is. Ooh, man, I did not want to turn there. What the heck was that all about? This is not my best track. I'm just going to admit that right now. That's all right. Now, if you want tips and tricks on how to actually race, Pit does a really, really good job of going through the tracks, explaining, how to run certain races, how to do certain things, and I've really enjoyed some of those. He's taught me a couple things. There's some things I just do for myself, by myself, because I've done NASCAR games for 20 years now, so I kind of know how they work. It's just setups. I'm terrible at setups. Sometimes I'm able to feel out some of the older games and just be able to plug in a setup that I know works, but the new stuff, I need somebody else to tell me about it. So, what was that? Was that lap 3 or lap 4? Let's just call that lap 4. Actually, let's go ahead and call that lap 3. We'll just do 2 more. We'll get 5 laps of practice in. I kind of got the feel of this race down. This will be my last lap. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to tap you there. See, when I tap them, it doesn't do anything to them. But if he was the one that came up onto me, I'd fly out into the wall. It's ridiculous. Okay, so what do we get? A 16.511? What does this say? 16.520. So we'll update that. I'll save that. We'll qualify with that, and we will be 23rd. Of course, we'll be 23rd. You think we're going to do any better than that? I mean, seriously? Sheesh. We're not going to do any. I'm just saying that right now. We're not going to do any better than that. That was me taking a drink. I am all out of Coke. But that's all right.
You're coming to the green. Be ready?
Okay, here we go. And as soon as this starts, they take off. Now I have had a couple races where I got up into like 20 seconds on Vegas, and it was mostly only because they screwed up, but I'm not expecting miracles here. It is what it is. It's like I said, Pit said that you can tighten up the car, you can tighten up the track bar, and it will help you get around the turns better. And then you can also adjust the rear end on the gearing to help you get around, but for the most part, we're just going to do it like I said. We're just going to go through a season where we just lose, and by the end of that season we're going to have enough money where we can pump up the car to where we can win. And that's just the cold simple fact about it, and I'm sticking to it. And I'll show you guys how we do that whenever we get there. For anybody that even cares. I don't even know if he even cares about this stuff. This game is kind of old. I said in the last episode that I found this at Walmart for $20, and I'm like, dude, I've been wanting to play it for a while. I had just recently heard. I didn't know that they even had the dirt stuff in it until just recently. And I was like, oh man, I mean, if it's like anything like Dirt to Daytona, which it kind of is. I mean, it's not a perfect emulation of Dirt to Daytona. Dirt to Daytona was such a great game. Oh man, the dirt racing in that was incredible, and the whole newspaper storyline things were just awesome. But this is a completely different monster. I don't know what it is about this difficulty. Legend difficulty will destroy you. It's just absolutely destroy you. And hard difficulty, it will put it just within reach, but make you work for it. And then by the time that you're able to dominate it, you're dominating hard difficulty way too fast, and we're gonna dominate legend difficulty. Anyways, we just have to get up to a 100 rated car. It's going to take a while to get there. But it's so weird that the way the difficulty is, if you when you start out, on the lowest side of this, it's just you're just going to keep losing. But it's like once you get up there, it's like you can't lose. It's just one of those things. It's ridiculous. So I don't know. And I might wind up turning those strict yellows off whenever we get up to the trucks. I have been screwed over by those strict yellows so many times. There's been several times where they've helped me, but there's been several times where they've screwed me over, and it just completely pissed me off. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. So there we go. 23rd. Called it. I should have placed money against myself. I really should have. So there we go. That's that. Finish the event. Get out of here. I don't care. I don't care about any of the fastest lap stuff. I really don't. I used to, but I don't anymore. It doesn't, I used to check it and see like, oh yeah, I got the on the move thing. Oh yeah, I got the, finish, most laps and yada yada. I used to love that stuff, but now it's like, if you're losing, who cares? 2 more fans, 10 total fans, 10 total idiots like to see a guy lose. Going voting for the underdog. You missed out getting that top 20 finish, but don't feel bad. Las Vegas a tough track. Keep working hard and you'll get there. Bradley Lewis says you've made some impressive progress with all those hot seats you've been doing. Can't wait to see what team picks you up next year. Tough choices. Well, he tweeted me, which means he's going to win the next race. He'll probably win the cup or the championship. Season's finished. Now that the season is over, it's time to take a look at your contracts and sign with the team for next year. All right. You have a big decision to make now. Do you want to join somebody else's team, or just focus on driving, or start your own team and be responsible for managing your own cars and facilities? I would love to do that. The only problem is we don't have enough money. If I go in here, he will say it will cost at least $4,270 to start a new team, which you don't have yet. That is a very specific number, isn't it? Doesn't it seem like a very specific number? $4,270. Looks like you'll have to join a team instead, which means it looks like you'll have to lose every race you enter instead. Look over the contracts I've prepared with some extreme dirt tour teams and let me know which one you like best. Fortunately, we only have one, period. Team contracts with NH3 Motorsports. A race payout is $975. In late 2017, 3 former video game industry executives announced they were forming NH3 Motorsports. NASCAR Heat 3 Motorsports, a super late model racing team set to race exclusively on dirt in 2018. NH3 would field 3 race cars this year, the 7, 23, and the 36. Okay, so there's my teammates. These guys probably worked on the car or on the game, just saying. So we got the 36 here. We got the 23. 23 is an Illuminati number. We're not doing that. 7 is a godly number. Let's go with 7. Why not? I could drive my own custom car too if I wanted to, but we'll just go with this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You'll join NH3 Motorsports to drive the number 7 car. Hopefully you're okay with this plan, because you can't change your mind after this. I wish I could. I wish I had the money, but I don't. You'll be driving the 7 car. The paint job is already designed. Yes, we'll worry about the paint jobs later. That does it. Let's get this season started. All right. And then there we go. So the next race is at Charlotte's. Let's see season status. Like I said, it's just going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Lose. And we're not talking about losing. We're talking about 23rd. I don't remember Texas. Eldora, we can get. We just saw it. We can get up to what did we get? A 13th. It's not bad. Jefferson, I don't remember. Jefferson is a road course. Yikes. Taggart, I don't remember. Vegas is a lose. Richmond may or may not be something we can get up to mid. And then all the rest of these are, they just repeat. Eldora, we can win the very last race. Well, not win it, but we can, at least have it. There you go. That's how bad this is gonna get. It's just so bad. Oh man, and I'm telling you, legend difficulty is it's brutal. But we will go through this in 14 races. This is going to be 7 episodes of losing before we can actually do anything. But by the end of this, like I said, we have close to $100,000 by the end of this. And with that, you can buy your own team, you can buy a couple of cars, and you can really start making those cars good just based upon that money you got. So it's very easy after all this is said and done to just, jumpstart your career. And then once you start getting your car up into the 80s, an 80 rated car, you can really start getting the money. And then it really starts coming around, and you just keep improving. It's like it snowballs, And then by the time you're racing in the trucks, you're getting championships in the dirt series. I think it was my second full season in the dirt series. I won the championship. I'm just saying how it is. So that's what we're looking forward to. So anyways, thank you guys very much for coming around and watching. This has been NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode on the PlayStation 4. I've been nicodemoscain. Like, comment, subscribe, or don't. It doesn't matter. We're going to keep going through this. We're going to see what's up. Like I said, next episode, we're going to go through the next 2 races. And we'll see where we go from there. So thank you guys very much yet again. I wish you all well in all your future endeavors. And I hope that the world lasts for you guys. God bless. Take care, and keep your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. Later, guys.